Awaken your power. This is Mindset Mastery.
You don't lose self-control in one big moment. You don't wake up one day and suddenly become weak. You lose it quietly, slowly. Through small comforts you repeat every single day. The extra 5 minutes in bed. The snack you didn't need. The scroll that turns into an hour. The excuse that sounds reasonable. And here's the scary part. None of these feel dangerous. They feel harmless. They feel deserved. But over time, they rewire how you respond to effort, discomfort, and resistance. Let me ask you something. Why does discipline feel harder than it used to? Why does your mind look for escape the moment things get uncomfortable? This isn't about motivation. It's about comfort. And today, you'll understand why small daily comforts slowly destroy your self-control. We live in the most comfortable time in history. Food is instant. Entertainment is endless. Discomfort is optional. And comfort feels like the reward for surviving the day. You tell yourself, I've earned this. I deserve a break. I'll start tomorrow. But self-control doesn't grow in comfort. It grows in resistance. Every time you choose comfort over effort, your brain learns a pattern. Avoid. Delay. Escape. And the more you repeat it, the stronger that pattern becomes. This matters because self-control touches everything. Your focus, your discipline, your confidence, your ability to stick with hard things. When self-control weakens, life feels heavier. Not because life changed, but because you did. Let's break this down. First, truth. Comfort trains you to quit early. Think about your day. You feel slightly tired, so you stop. You feel slightly bored, so you escape. You feel slightly stressed, so you distract yourself. You're not waiting for pain. You're reacting to discomfort. And that's the problem. Discomfort is the signal to grow. But comfort teaches you to run from it. Imagine going to the gym and stopping the moment it burns. You'd never get stronger. But that's exactly what happens mentally. The moment something feels hard, your brain says, exit. Over time, your tolerance drops. What once felt manageable now feels overwhelming. And you start believing you're weak. You're not weak. You're just overcomforted. Second truth. Small comforts steal your ability to delay gratification. Self-control is the ability to wait, to resist now for something better later. But daily comforts kill that skill. You feel hungry. You eat immediately. You feel bored. You grab your phone. You feel stressed. You distract yourself. There's no waiting, no restraint, no pause. Your brain learns every urge must be satisfied. So when you try to focus, when you try to stay consistent, when you try to say no, it feels unbearable because your brain is no longer trained to wait. Think about a child who gets everything instantly. They don't become disciplined. They become impatient. Your brain works the same way. Third truth. Comfort disconnects reward from effort. In a healthy system, reward follows struggle. You work, you push, then you enjoy. But modern comfort flips this. You enjoy first, then maybe you work, or maybe you don't. You scroll before you focus. You relax before you produce. You reward yourself just for existing. So effort starts to feel pointless. Why struggle if pleasure is already available? That's why discipline feels empty. That's why motivation fades quickly. That's why consistency breaks. Your brain no longer associates effort with reward. It associates comfort with default. Fourth truth. Comfort numbs your awareness. When life is always padded, you stop noticing yourself. You fill silence instantly. You avoid stillness. You escape your thoughts. But self-control requires awareness, noticing urges, noticing impulses, noticing resistance. When you're constantly comforted, you don't notice the urge, you obey it. No pause, no choice, just reaction. And reaction is the opposite of control. Here's the hardest part. None of this feels wrong in the moment. That's why it works. Comfort doesn't scream danger. It whispers permission, just this once, just for now. It's not a big deal, but repeated daily, it shapes who you become. Now listen carefully. This is not about removing all pleasure from your life. It's about restoring balance. Self-control isn't built by suffering. It's built by choosing discomfort when comfort is available, delaying the snack, sitting with boredom, finishing the task before the reward, resisting the urge to escape. Small choices, repeated daily. That's how control returns. The strongest people aren't extreme. They're intentional. They don't eliminate comfort. They stop letting comfort decide. And here's the truth most people never hear. Your self-control is not broken. It's just untrained. And training starts the moment you stop running from discomfort. So ask yourself today, where am I choosing comfort automatically? Where could I pause instead of escaping? Where could I delay instead of indulge? Those moments matter more than motivation, because every time you resist a small comfort, you strengthen something deeper, your ability to choose, and that ability changes everything. If this video made you uncomfortable, that's a good sign. It means you're seeing something real. Comment below the comfort you know you rely on the most. Like the video if it challenged your thinking. And subscribe if you want more content that builds strength, not softness. Your future self is shaped by the comforts you choose today.